Hey everybody, MorbTron here. Today I want to talk a little bit about, Season 11, Season of Arrivals. This isn't really a review of the season, as we have a lot more of the season to go, but just kind of my initial feelings on it, and how I'm honestly worried about how the rest of Year 3 is going to pan out, how the rest of Shadowkeep is going to go. As of course, all of Year 2 was within Forsaken, all of Year 3 is within Shadowkeep, and we have Season 11 as the final season of that. You know, coming in September with the start of Season 12, we have the start of Year 4, which would be its own adventure to go down when we get there, and I have high hopes for that. Almost like I had high hopes going in for this season. With the Season 10 not really having much content with it, I thought, hey, maybe, Season 11 is where it's going to be at. We're going to have a lot of stuff to do. It's going to be great. And granted, the public event that we have, that you see on your screen right now, is a lot better than the public event we had to do last season to do the season theme, as far as completing public events to upgrade a certain thing that we have to do in order to get the loot that is available for the season. And the loot that has been available, I should say the new loot, the brand new weapons and brand new armor, and the brand new dungeon is fantastic. I do enjoy it. I'm not saying that it's bad. The season is actually very good. I just want more of it. And that's always been my main issue with Destiny in Shadowkeep, is I want more of it. It's really, really good. I really enjoy it. It's really good content. The quests are good. The weapons, for the most part, are fun to use, but I just want more of the game to play. And Bungie has not really publicly released a roadmap or a seasonal calendar for either Season 10 or Season 11. And I managed to find one on Forbes, and I'll throw it up on screen right now. I apologize for being that it's very small, but that's the highest resolution that I was able to find on the entirety of the internet. It's probably somewhere hidden on Bungie's website, but I could not find it in their press release packet, so pretty hard to come by. But as you can see here, there's the main three things. We had the Contact event at the start of Season 11, the Prophecy dungeon that opened up that same day, just a little bit later in the day, and then we had the mission interference and weekly quest, of course, start up on that same day as well. The only other two things on this calendar, or on this roadmap, we have the Moments of Triumph starting July 7th, and the Solstice of Heroes starting August 11th, and then both of those going until near the end of the season. Solstice of Heroes actually ends September 8th, whereas the Moments of Triumph go all the way until the very last minute of the season. So where does that leave us? We know we have some sort of new exotic trace rifle. There we go. Exotic trace rifle coming, and that should be coming as a mission weapon, I would hope. So we have something else to do. Maybe that's coming at the end of the interference quest line. Who knows? But if all we have to do until, well, Moments of Triumph, Solstice of Heroes, it's going to give us a lot to grind for, but it's nothing new. Those two events, Solstice of Heroes and Moments of Triumph, are more so just making sure that you have a check mark on everything throughout the entire year's worth of content. So it's a lot of grinding, a lot of going back and doing old content. Nothing new gets added in there. I am hoping that we get some sort of new social space that we kind of have in the tribute hall currently, since that is going away with the start of next season, with the Destiny content vault getting rid of the Leviathan, and of course Menagerie and the tribute hall are on there. So I'm hoping we get some sort of new space there that's going to function, about the same. But other than that, it's just going to be, if it is the same as last year's Solstice of Heroes and Moments of Triumph, it's just going to be doing a lot of the same things. There might be a new short quest line to go along with it to get the new armor set, but it's going to be a lot of go do the same activities you've been doing all year and do them in a specific way. Use your grenades, use certain class abilities, that sort of thing. And that's pretty much going to be it to unlock the different versions of the armor, the upgraded version of the armor. So, yeah, that's basically all we really have to look forward to this season. I know towards the end of last season, I basically didn't play the game for an entire month. Basically, the entire final month of Season 10, I was just very done and over the Season 10 content. I don't know, it's somewhat selfish to ask for one singular video game to provide you with enough entertainment, basically constantly. But at the same time, that's kind of the way that Bungie has always done things. If we look back to Forsaken, for instance. Now, granted, we did have some content droughts in there as well, but the bigger seasons or the bigger DLC drops that they had a lot of really good content. They even had new destinations. Even going back to the year 1 of Destiny 2, when we had the Curse of Osiris, which a lot of people were saying it was the worst time in Destiny 2 history, or the worst time in the Destiny franchise's history. I would say that was now replaced by Season 10, and hopefully Season 11 does not follow suit. But even back then, when we had Warmind and we had the Curse of Osiris, we got 2 new destinations, we got a new quest, we got new strikes, we got a vendor reset going into Forsaken. We did not get a vendor reset going into Shadowkeep, and Bungie has admitted that they owe us a vendor reset. And now going into Season 12, we do have some new weapons, a couple new sets of armor. We also have a returning set of armor from the dungeon that is the old Trials of the Nine armor set. Now, granted, probably a whole lot of people haven't seen that or gotten that armor set, but that is still just recycled content. And although the dungeon is fun, I do wish that the Dido armor set was a universal ornament, as was originally intended. Now, when Bungie said that with the Dido armor set, they took it out of the Eververse and put it into the dungeon, I assumed that it meant that it was going to be a universal ornament set that you unlocked, like, piece by piece by completing the dungeon. I was actually pretty hype about that. Come to find out, it's an actual armor set. So you won't be able to use it as an ornament ever, unless they have some sort of transmogrification system, that the same thing that World of Warcraft has, where you can make any piece of armor look like any other piece of armor, which would be pretty cool. I would actually really enjoy that, because there's some armors that aren't an ornament that I really enjoy the look of, the Dido set included. So I don't know, Bungie did mention that with the Season 12, Year 4, and beyond reveal stream, that transmogrification is something they were looking into doing, but looks like the Dido set might just have to sit in my vault unless I manage to get a good stat roll on it, and good luck having all of it equipped at the same time. It's kind of a letdown. Kind of a real big letdown. But the weapons that they've added in for Season 11, the new ones, have been pretty good. They've been pretty refreshing. They buffed some, they buffed the pulse rifles, the slower firing pulse rifles, and made them incredibly powerful in the Crucible, to kind of mix things up with the meta a little bit. But there's a lot of returning weapons from Year 1 to 180 RPM hand cannons. For some reason, they brought back the Ikelos hand cannon, the Ikelos shotgun. Well, basically everything besides the Ikelos SMG, I believe. No new 150 RPM hand cannons. Makes me a sad, sad guardian. Yeah, that's... The returning weapons have been somewhat disappointing. And the fact that, they refreshed, I wouldn't say reintroduced or brought back, they refreshed some weapons like the Gnawing Hunger Auto Rifle to carry over into Year 4. But I think they did that with a couple other weapons, like the rocket launcher from Gambit as well was updated. But they had to add in basically a whole new item. So if you had a God roll in the past, that's not going to be able to move forward after weapon sunsetting happens next season, but if you get a brand new roll of that, it will. And I think that's kind of bad taste, really, having to throw away an old weapon that's the same weapon, because it's technically a different weapon than one that got refreshed or reintroduced or whatever you want to call it, retuned. Not even retuned, it's the same weapons. That kind of sucks as well. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of the season goes. Hopefully I am incorrect, and there is more new content that's just not on this roadmap that's on the Forbes website. Hopefully I'm wrong. But seeing as how majority of Season 11 was developed while the Bungie staff was in quarantine working from home, slim chances. But I am grateful that we even got a season with the quarantine and all that stuff happening. So don't get me wrong, I am appreciative of what we have. I just wish that we had more of it. But that is going to be it for this video. I know it's a little ranty, but I'm honestly kind of already running out of stuff to cover. I think I'm going to cover some more of the weapons that you can get going into Season 12 or Year 4 to kind of prep for weapon sunsetting. But that's going to be it for this video. So if you liked it, leave a like on the video. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're new here, subscribe for more Destiny content. But do not forget to have a good day, everybody, and I will catch you all next time.
This construction is what?